the US just sent its first oil tanker to Cuba in decades, and it's a declaration of war. The US has been trying to strangle Cuba's economy with a decades-long embargo, but now they're suddenly changing tactics. They're sending oil tankers to Cuba, and it's not just about energy, it's about politics. The US is essentially saying to Cuba, "We're not going to give you a handout, but we'll sell you the fuel you need to survive." For decades, the US has been trying to isolate Cuba, but with the rise of China and Russia in the region, the US is realizing that it needs to adapt. The US is trying to rebrand itself as a reliable energy supplier, and Cuba is a prime target. But what's the real reason behind this move? Is it really just about business, or is there something more sinister at play? In 2019, the US sent an oil tanker to Venezuela, and it was a major blow to the socialist government. But now, with the US sending oil tankers to Cuba, it's clear that the US is trying to repeat the same playbook. Cuba's economy is heavily reliant on oil imports, and the US is using this as leverage to gain control. The US is essentially saying to Cuba, "We'll give you the fuel you need, but you have to do what we say." It's a classic game of economic coercion, and it's a major turning point in global politics. The US is using its economic muscle to try and shape the region to its advantage. But what does this mean for the rest of the world? The US is essentially saying that it's willing to use its economic power to get what it wants, no matter who gets hurt. This is a major warning sign for countries around the world, and it's a reminder that global politics is a high-stakes game. So, what can we take away from this? The US is using its economic power to try and shape the world to its advantage. It's a major turning point in global politics, and it's a reminder that we need to be vigilant. We need to be aware of the games that are being played, and we need to be prepared to defend ourselves. Subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one.